The past 5 years has seen a significant and serious rise in bankruptcies across Australia. And now we're hitting numbers surpassing levels not seen since the peak of the GFC. As the data finds its way into the mainstream, it raises some very real questions about the true health of the Australian economy. So what do the last few years really look like? Let's start with the raw numbers. So through the early stages of the pandemic, bankruptcies fell against the long-term average, as to be expected with the government support measures that were implemented, at the cost of the taxpayer, of course. But once those measures ended, the reality hit, and as you can see, the jump from 2021 to 2024 is massive, with the total number of bankruptcies tripling. Now, the trading economics data only shows to September this year, but as you can see, we're sitting at almost 11,000, and based on these figures, we're looking at a forecast of even greater numbers to close out the year. Now, to put that all in perspective, the March 2024 monthly reading was reported by the Financial Review as the largest bankruptcy figure we'd ever seen since the data began to be collected in the late 90s. And since then, we've beaten that monthly figure 12 of the last 18 months. And not just by a bit. Some of those figures are up almost 30% from that all-time high. And they're back-to-back months. So why are bankruptcies exploding? A mix of high inflation, rising interest rates, stagnant wages, and an economy heavily dependent on debt. You've got rent, mortgages, insurance, utilities, everything's climbing. Small businesses have it even worse. Staff shortages, higher input costs, and demand softening as customers tighten their belts. The government talks about a strong economy, but bankruptcies suggest a very different story. The RBA tracks many metrics, including these indicators of household financial stress, which, as you can see, between 2021 and 2023 saw inquiries to the National Debt Helpline double, Google searches on financial stress double, and the consumer sentiment on family finances dropped from about 110 to 70. From the RBA website, financial stress first and foremost impacts people's well-being, but there can also be spillovers to the broader economy and financial system. Households in early stages of financial stress might sharply reduce their non-essential spending, which can contribute to or exacerbate an economic downturn. You see, household income and financial stress is what causes people to tighten those belts. They don't head out for that dinner once a week with the family like they used to. They don't take the kids on the 2-week holiday. They don't go to that concert or redo the kitchen like they were planning. And all of these decisions have a rippling effect on the businesses that supply these goods and services. As these businesses endure less work, they need less people. And so you lose that extra shift every week. And all of a sudden, you can't take your family on that 2-week holiday or out to dinner. And then your local businesses are impacted by the loss of your transaction. It's a vicious cycle, and it's one that might be gaining some serious momentum, not only in Australia, but much of the Western world. So is Australia's economic situation strong and sturdy? Or is it weakening? Fast? Do these bankruptcies reveal the truth? Are people really hurting? And what's the long-term effect of such high levels of bankruptcy? Let me know in the comments below. Have you noticed more and more businesses shutting up shop? Maybe you had to close one of your own. Are these bankruptcy figures just noise and the economy's totally fine? If you're liking the content, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back with more soon.